The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark sewing lights. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the Nude Clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that also loves some Jaws references and sharks. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig. Cameron.
And Zach.
And if you couldn't tell by the
Shark Week.
to the fucking or by the description of the episode or the pre-roll, we're going to be doing Maneater this week. I honestly had no idea what the fuck you guys were talking about when you're saying you're going to review Maneater. I'm like, I don't know if that's like a cock-sucking simulator or what. Like, I had no idea. And then you gave the Jaws reference, and I was like, oh, I remember seeing that game and being like, oh, that looks really cool. And then like that was the last thought I ever had of it. And then now I was like, oh, it's that one. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about Maneater.
I'm not going to say I'm going to wait because, like, I'll just wait. Let's wait for the review.
Yeah. So super excited about that. So you know what? Let's just fucking get into it.
Yeah. Play a trailer, bitch.
Yeah, it's such harsh language for me, Greg.
Well,
We are a Christian
we
show.
gotta wait for you to fucking grab it. I mean, twice opened with cocksucker, so.
Yeah, I gave my.
As long as it's not in the vaginal cavity when you're Christian, it doesn't count as sinning.
That's right. Let's see the launch trailer for Maneater here. Let's watch this bitch.
This season on Maneater, everyone's fighting off more than they can chew.
Almost looks like a Biggest Catch.
The depths will be discovered. The food chain will be disrupted. And the drama will get deadly. Because down here, things always evolve. And the hunter becomes the hunted.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy.
Maneater. Eat the people, save the world.
Is that a cigar in its mouth?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Maneater is an action role-playing game. It was
It's a Shark
developed
PG.
Shark PG. It was published by Tripwire Interactive. You control a female bull shark, and you have to evolve and survive in an open world, so she can take revenge on the fisherman who had disfigured her as a pup and killed her
Scaly
mother.
Pete.
So the big villain of the game is Scaly Pete, and how this game plays out is it's like a Discovery Channel show called Maneater, and they follow these shark hunters. And so, as you're going through the game, each level progresses, and like the last objective for every level is check in on Scaly Pete.
Yeah.
That's when you do. It's like you're seeing like a part of an episode of the show, showing what he's doing and like what's going on.
And the rest of the show is following you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like a weird. That sounds like an indie game right there. It's about the right premise.
That's great. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you want to start, man?
All right, so story. The story is basically you want revenge on Scaly Pete for killing your mom and basically trying to give you an abortion or aborting you.
Give
I
you
guess.
an abortion.
Giving your
Holy.
mom an abortion.
Yeah,
because he cuts you out and then you bite his hand off, and then he like throws you into the water.
Yeah.
And so your objective is basically to grow and get stronger, and then eventually take him on. And it's fucking sweet.
Yeah, and like what I think is funny too is like the only reason he like throws you out is because he's like, I'm gonna get her when she's bigger.
Yeah,
and it's a better trophy. And then you just like you take his hand. Like, the first thing in the game is you eat his hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this game takes like one of my favorite things, which is like gratuitous gore, and one of the things I hate the most is just Cajun people, and it puts it together in a beautiful way.
You hate French American people?
Hey man,
Bite his hand out. Bite it. Yes!
yeah, fuck yeah, fuck
Put
your
that in the
gumbo.
gumbo.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty sweet. Like halfway through the game, you end up fighting him, and he brings his son along, and you fucking blow up that ship. You like eat him. You bite his leg off.
Oh, dude, you fuck Scaly Pete up
and
so many
and
times.
the fucking ship explodes, and it kills his son. It burns him, and he loses like another arm, I think, too.
he
with
loses,
his
he's lost
leg.
his leg. No, he has one arm.
Oh, it's just one arm. Okay.
He has one arm
so,
and one leg, and then like his face looks like Two-Face from Batman.
Yeah, so he gets all fucking scarred and shit, and he kill his son, and then he like go through the ending, and he fucking brings and he like one of the other cutscenes has him talking about this Vietnam War boat that his grandpappy had, and then he like pulls it out to fucking kill you, and it has like an electric field that it's like pulsing into the water.
Yeah.
That you gotta like fucking destroy the cages and stuff on it, so you can like fuck him over. And then he calls in a bunch of other shark hunters to help him out to kill you, and it's an intense boss fight.
It was fun. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, and then you eventually kill him, and it plays out exactly like Jaws, where he like fucking blows up the boat to kill you and him at the same
so
time.
like it goes in like slow motion, and he like says something in shitty Cajun, which isn't a real language, and he just like backs himself against the boat, and he blows up in slow motion. It just he just explodes everything.
It's fucking sweet.
So you both die?
Yeah, you both
Cajun-
die.
yeah, you
at the
both
end
die.
there.
It's it's very Jaws. It's pretty rad.
Nice.
It's fucking sweet.
But this is by the same guys that did the Jaws games. Like it's a cool callback.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. There's so many games that I want to play based on another media. Like, I want to make you guys play the Rain and Fire game and, like, a bunch of other trash games. We could do
As
Jaws,
soon as
too.
you play Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
I got it back. I don't have it back yet.
Yeah, you do.
Do-
Oh, okay.
So with story, there's some kind of side missions they throw in, which is you have to like kill these apex predators to like level up to.
yeah.
Is why you're going. So it's like in the first area, it's not a barracuda, is it? Yeah, the first one
yeah,
the first one you
is
fight is an
barracuda,
apex
and then
barracuda,
it's a
and then it
crocodile.
progressively gets more ridiculous. So it's like apex alligator, apex
what?
then it gets to like an apex like it's a great white shark, and then there's an apex killer whale, and then the last thing you fight is an apex sperm whale.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it
nice.
just like keeps getting more and more ridiculous, and like hopefully because like
And
there's gonna
then-
be DLC, so like what we've been talking about is we hope you get to fight a giant squid.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah,
Because at the like each stage of your growth, it's like you go from being like a baby shark to being a teenage shark to
Yeah.
being
an adult,
an adult,
and then an elder
shark,
and
and then
mega.
a mega shark. And so like every time you level up, like you get to a certain point, then you become like the next stage, and then,
Yeah.
And in the first half of the game, it's easier because it's like level 5, you're a teen, then 10, you're an adult,
and
then
then
it goes
other
to 20.
other aspects of the story also include like there's like an infamy rank that you have to be at a certain point too, which is like killing the other really famous shark hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And one of them happens to be Scaly Pete's rival.
Who's number 4 in the rank of
he's
infamy?
number 6, I think.
Oh, is he 6? Is he lower?
Yeah, he's number 6. Well, I mean, the 10th
Yeah.
guy is
And so, like-
the best, but
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
yeah.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
so
right.
He's
Feels
like
that way.
number 6 in the.
The way I've like seen this, like, or my buddy, 'cause I showed him my friend this game last night, and what he was saying, and he goes, it's GTA for like, but you're a shark, and it's exactly what it is, because you're just swimming around, just taking off like animals. Like you can eat whatever's in your way, so it's like all these fish, seals, whatever, and it regains health, and it
Nice.
gives you like ways to upgrade your like armor, so you get this like armor
We're
stuff
getting
like
into
that.
gameplay
Oh,
now,
sorry.
but yeah.
Sorry.
So you know what? Story, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
All right.
It's fucking sweet, dude. Honestly, I was honestly surprised by how much I enjoyed the story. It follows it like it's one of those reality show, like fishing shows, pretty well.
So it sounds like the format for
but
this
they go for
should
it kind of
have
cheesy.
should have been what Pimp My Ride
should have been.
It's cheesy and badass
Yeah?
at the same fucking time,
Yeah.
and it works really well.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Like the jokes and everything, like it all connects in a really good way.
Yeah, and the narrator of the show
Oh.
is constantly
Yeah.
shitting on shark hunters.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it's fucking
He's just like
funny.
calling him like he talks like he's like he makes a joke with them being like drunks and
All
then
the
being
time. He
ignorant
makes
and
fun of them for
stupid
being
and like
drunks.
yeah.
There's literally one where like if they stop searching for you and like the whole they just go away. He's like, oh, there's gonna be like a beer rush at Flamingo Joe's.
on like dollar it was like dollar draft night.
Yeah, dollar
And stuff
draft
like that,
night.
or, like,
It's
Gary
gonna be
talks about-
the inevitable rush of dollar draft night at Flamingo Joe's.
I'm mad at it. I didn't write quotes down because there's so many good ones and I can't find
There's
anything on the
there's a
thing.
lot. It's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah,
it's
he
a
says-
funny
and-
game. That's just oh man.
If you've seen Archer, it's Chris Parnell's character. So he does,
Like
which I
Cyril?
found out. Yeah, Cyril. So Georgia does the game, which they also did Archer.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a pretty cool, like coincidence. Like,
Also, the story is pretty sweet. Like, it's totally a revenge story, and then you both get fucked in the end, which is awesome. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed.
That's kind of how most revenge stories end.
you have to
honestly.
dig.
Yeah.
You dig two graves.
It's like the classic one. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
it's the
sweet.
classic
You
story.
kill his son, and then he goes full hog on you, and then you fucking destroy him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 9 as well. It was satisfying. It was fun.
It's satisfying.
It's what I
as hell.
I said to Craig like multiple times playing this game, being on chat. It's like it doesn't have the right to be as fun as it is.
It's
It
fucking
really
good.
doesn't.
It's so good.
Because like when our buddy Branny was talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. And then like Craig was saying,
Oh
he's
yeah, I
like,
remember him talking it up.
Craig's like, you should like get it so we can review it. And I was like, oh, fine. And so I did. And I was like, dude, this game is fucking rad.
Dude, and it's only $40. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Maybe I'm still too poor. Craig's like only 40. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, it looks
Well,
like a
I
fun
mean-
game, but is it like
Is it
almost full
40
price?
fun?
What?
Is it almost full price game worth of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it enough content?
I beat it in about 10.5 hours, and I
I-
still have about another.
Yeah.
Like,
I know Craig's a
7.
real
So,
fan
like,
of the
I-
meme games.
I could put in another 7 hours and plat it.
I did. It took me 15 to beat it, but
Oh,
I
so
was
it's a
like
easy
100%.
plat.
Yeah, it's like an
100%
18-hour
different
plat.
areas. And there's confirmed DLC that's coming as well. So we don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully, it's more Apex fights and like more hunters and stuff, which
Yeah.
I would
That'd be
like to
fucking
see,
sweet.
and more like side stories.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the game, like it's like, oh, you kill skelly people, then you get to play as your shark again. So it's
Maybe
like,
you can become the megalodon.
yeah, that'd be rad. It was,
I mean, you are a mega shark, so yeah.
It's like-
are we getting into gameplay?
Yeah, we're in gameplay now.
So with that, one of my complaints on the game is once you get to level 30, that's it.
Yeah, that is the cap. It is kind of brutal because you start fighting like shark hunters who are at level like 54 and
Yeah.
some shit. It's like, gee,
But at the same time-
I can't fucking get any stronger.
But at the same time, it didn't matter because like I fought the sperm, but Apex Sperma was 50 or 45 or 50.
Yeah.
and it didn't make a difference because I still fucked it up.
yeah, you just fucking
Like
destroyed
the
it.
thing is, like there's a cap, but it doesn't necessarily matter. But it just bugs me that I can't.
Once you
keep,
get to
like,
level 30, it's really about your gear level at that point.
That's exactly,
that's exactly what it is. As you go
because
through the,
you get these evolutions
Yeah.
that are basically you get like sets of evolutions. One of them is like the bioelectric set, which basically means like every time you dodge or hit something with your tail or bite them, and like it stuns them after a little bit, so you can just basically like fuck them up. Another one is like the bone shark stuff, where you can like where it's basically made to wreck ships. You get like ramming abilities where you
Yeah.
can fuck
And you're
over ships
faster.
and you get faster and you like bite through stuff better.
So,
and
like-
then there's like also a shadow set, which basically makes it
I
so
haven't
you
got
like
that
to
yet.
start discharge poison.
Yeah. So like the game it's kind of tactical in a way too, where it's if you like know what you're gonna fight, so it's like, oh, I'm fighting an Apex like Predator, I'm gonna switch to bioluminescence with my whole body because I know it's gonna get like stun damage. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going against ships, I'm gonna switch to bone armor because it does better. And you can't you don't get all of them until like almost into the game because the bioluminescence you get from fighting the shark hunters, like the infamy
you get
rating.
the infamy ring thing,
And then getting bone armor is the apex, so it's like you get it for progressing the story. So you'll be ready to fight Scaly Pete at the end. But then on top of that, you have to like
yeah,
keep
and then
collecting
getting the
all these
shadow
things.
set is collecting like all the
That's right.
the little collectibles and stuff. So if you find all the little locations that are just like random underground stuff that you can see, they're like tourist spots for divers. Then you like find all those, then you can get the shadow set. There's like a bunch of funny ones. There's like SpongeBob's house is down there.
Yeah.
There's like a fucking actual pineapple that's shaped into a house that has like a little pathway leading up.
He talks
to it.
about how like real estate used to be good in the area, and then like it flooded and stuff like that. Like it's just so stupid. The crocodile from the movie Hook is in the game, like with like the clock in its mouth, and like there's so many different Easter eggs. Like it's fun. Like they really have
There's
fun
a bunch
with
of
this game, you
shark
can tell.
or like Jaws references too.
Yeah.
One of them is even a trophy that says "Gonna need a bigger boat for when you fight Scaly Pete the second time."
Yeah.
Oh, nice. The so it sounds like the DLCs, like that's what I was thinking they could do, is like a lot of other pop culture references to
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
other things.
We can get a Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Get eat Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, just eat them.
Do a megalodon thing too.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus Man.
A little arena
That's what
battle.
we need.
We need a Godzilla reference in this game, I think.
That would be sweet.
That'd have to be a late DLC, so you're like super
Just
powered
like
up.
deep in the Gulf,
Yeah.
you find like a statue of Godzilla.
There's tons of statues of Cthulhu in this game.
Oh yeah,
Just
there's-
like everywhere, and it's like the people used to worship this, but guess what? Those gods don't care, and it's just like stupid shit like that. And it was just fun. The humor was so on point in this game. Just laugh out loud.
There's a lot of cool stuff too. Like you can jump up onto the beach and start flopping around
Yeah.
and fucking like killing people.
Yeah,
and,
you belly flop. It's
and then
rad.
you can like there's like various.
How long does it let you stay out of the water?
Depends.
It depends on like what size you are, and then there's also like one of the little adaptation evolution things, which makes it so you can stay on land for even longer.
Yeah, you're faster. So what it does, it makes you faster, and your like lung capacity is longer. But so with that too, yeah, there's evolutionary traits you can start getting as well.
Yeah. So what? I mean, how much of an RPG? How much of an RPG slant does this thing have? Because it sounds like you can get like better equipment and better upgrades and stuff like that. But I mean, is it really a shark RPG, or is it just?
It is an action RPG, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you level up, and it gives you like more health and whatever, and then
Right.
as you kill like the enemies, they give you like it's like Fable, where like you kill certain enemies and they give you a certain resource, like XP pool.
Yep.
And then you spend that on like upgrading your like the evolutionary stuff.
Yeah, so, like,
that makes
my-
you bigger, stronger, faster, like all that stuff.
So my
And harder, yeah.
So my bioluminescent armor I maxed out, so it's like a gold tier. But with
I maxed out both the the bioelectric and the bone stuff.
I didn't find enough to do that one yet. But so one of the things too is when you're going around, some of like the collectibles are like caches of like toxic waste that you eat to help you mutate, or there's like
they give you like mutagens and stuff. There's like occasional albino fish and stuff that you can eat to like get that as well.
And so what it does, like I really enjoyed, is like it made you want to get the collectibles too. Is like besides like being cool pop culture references, they helped you get like your resources to level up as well. So there was like, oh, like you're not just doing this to like get a picture or something, like in like Assassin's Creed, where it's like, oh, hey, this area is cool, but you don't get anything for it.
It also gives you a bunch of little side missions to go do, which basically is like go eat a bunch of this thing.
They call it population control.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, eat 10 sea turtles because they're eating all the damn grass in the area, and so you just like go and eat them, or
Yeah, and then like a bunch of other things like that. And then there's like license plates you can connect, which are basically like little challenges to jump out of the water and like grab them, because they're all in like different places. So you gotta like
so you get the
reach out
collectibles.
and then just like jump. Yeah, there's like a ton of collectibles. Which is basically all I have left for the plat, is to, like hunt down all the collectibles. And then you go to like each different area, and then they have each have their own little cave for you to go to, and then you can fast travel between your caves that you've discovered, which is pretty sweet because the map is fairly large.
And that's like the first mission you get in pretty much every area is find a grotto. But with that too is kind of like another complaint that I had is there were so many fucking load screens. I got to the point where like I was showing my buddy yesterday, and I was like chasing a fish, load screen. And then going again, okay, here we go, load screen. Because you get to certain areas, and there's just so many fucking load screens that it just is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of shitty. Just as you're going along and playing.
When you discover a new area, it loads in a new one. Yeah.
Is it every time, even after you discovered it, or?
No, not really. It's mostly only if you fast travel, or if there's like a cutscene coming up, or if like the hunters are now coming after you. Then it'll show like one of the major guys coming after you, because it shows you the cutscene to introduce him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like various things like that.
The game also shits on those guys as well, because it's like there's a chick that I remember that she was like a Coast Guard, and it's like her quote is like, oh, this is gonna be good for my career. I mean, for the beach, and I'll even give a citizen a gun to prove that they killed it, not me. And it's just like they just make them sound like all shitty people, like they're just there for their career and stuff.
Yeah,
because shark hunters are bastards.
Yeah, and then there's like Mother Maybell or whatever, and she like owns all the boats in the area or something like that. And they like
she's one of the
shit
gangsters,
on
wasn't
her
she?
Too. Huh?
Wasn't she one of the gangsters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like one of the like people you can kill.
You find an area in the game that's like a pond almost, but it's like pretty deep, and it's just like bodies that they've like it's the mafia's killed, and they just like throw it on there.
Yeah.
But she goes to you, and she's like, I'm gonna make that fish swim with the fishes, but not in the normal way.
In a deadly way.
Yeah.
nice.
So dumb.
Yeah, there's also a bunch of just like random areas you can go to. Like there's a golf course that you can jump into that has like a pool in the middle of it,
Yeah.
so you can just kind of like go into the pool and then just start killing people, then go back into it.
Dude, I found a swimming pool when I was swimming too.
Yeah.
But I jumped in and then
Oh
swam in the
man,
swimming
it's
pool.
so fucking cool. I love getting up on the land because it's like the flopping around is fucking hilarious looking, and you can just lunge at people from like a ridiculously far
Yeah,
away.
if
It's
you
so
like walk
good.
onto something, you're just like sharks here, it's like poof, and just
And you
fly.
can just like have them in your mouth, and you just like flop around, like crushing other dudes while you're just fucking like slithering on land. It's fucking hilarious.
Nice. Oh, you know what would be a cool DLC? Sharknado. That'd
Yeah.
be fucking awesome. You could like summon a tornado or a hurricane and just have it throw you onto the land.
Dude, that'd be rad.
Just at random, like you could it just chucks you out there.
Instead of a boat, you have to fight an airplane. It's like a hunter airplane.
Yeah.
They're gonna they're like
Fucking,
it's shooting at you
fucking
from like the top.
seaplane.
Yeah,
You just gotta like breach out and
Just hit
fucking
the
grab it.
tornado, and you're just like, "Brr."
That'd
Yeah.
be fucking hilarious.
be
Oh yeah,
sweet.
you can jump up onto ships too, and then just
Yeah.
fucking like eat the guys that are on it.
That's one of the best ways to take
hilarious.
ships out because you can jump up the back and you eat them, and as you go, you like destroy like the whole like cockpit area. That's not the right word, but you destroy that, and then like they sink. So ships have life too. Whereas they go down, people will jump into the water, and apparently no one in this world can actually swim because as soon as they hit the water, they drown.
Oh wow.
Or they'll start to
and
swim
then you
away.
can eat their drowned bodies too.
Yeah, you'll see like their
Nice.
life start going down, so you can just like snag them.
Nice.
But for gameplay, just because of loading screens, I'm going to give it a 9. Because for me, the most annoying part was like getting to play, and then it's like, oh hey, here's a load screen that's going to last like forever.
Yeah, I'll also give it a 9. There's some clunkiness to it a little bit with the targeting,
Yeah,
but it is a ridiculously fun game to play. In the trailer, it showed the shark like tail whipping a fucking like explosive back at him. You could totally do that, and it's fucking hilarious. You can also like grab turtles and then tail whip them out of your mouth and fucking launch them like they're fucking ammo. It's fucking great.
so one of the things I did
You
in
can
the
do
game,
that with people too. It's hilarious.
and it, pretty much it's anything you can grab with your mouth.
Yeah.
So like at the point, I grabbed a hammerhead shark. And so I jumped up and I smacked him into the air. And so while I'm sitting in the water, I just watch like my cursor, and it's like, and I just see him just, bap. It's just funny. It's just like the dumbest shit.
Dude, yeah, it's hilarious to fucking launch sharks up onto the beach with people,
And you watch them drown.
yeah.
That's what I was talking to Brandy. I was fighting one of the.
Do the other sharks, if you launch them, do they start eating people too?
I
don't
never
know.
saw.
Yeah,
I don't think they do. No, they try to get back to the water, so I kept like torturing
That'd
this
be cool
one.
to lob sharks onto the beach or on
So-
the boats and have them start eating people.
Oh, you can weaponize! Damn it! Come on, guys.
weaponize other sharks.
So one of the things you fight was like a killer whale, and so I got to the point where I had one, and I ended up like kind of cheesing it because he went to like run, so I like hit him with my tail and I knocked him on land, and I could see his health going down. He's like trying to get to the water, so every time he got close, I'd hit him back out. I'm like, So you can like cheese,
Fucking
you can
bitch.
cheese some stuff too. Hitting
Yeah.
people is my favorite because you can launch them at each other, and it's
yeah,
just,
dude,
it's
fucking
so
funny.
fun.
Oh man, it's so good. I love grabbing a random dude off of a jet ski and like leaving the one person stranded because they're not driving it anymore.
That's great.
And then just fucking like launching him onto somebody else's boat.
I got kind of murderous in that game because I'd be swimming around. I was like, I'm a merciful god. I'm not going to kill these people. And they're like, we should have killed them. It's like, well, you're dying now. So you just turn around, and it's just I ruined a lot of people's vacations in that game.
It's so good, dude. And killing people is the best way to bring out the
Yeah.
shark hunters. You got to kill like 10 of them, and then like they'll start coming to find you. Yeah, man.
And
It's
they-
so
Find like
good.
stars in GTA.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of, yeah. You have to like kill a bunch of people in order to like build up your infamy rank.
Right,
till
but
the
it's just like
till,
a-
the
it's just like
boss
a-
guy
a
comes
meter.
up, and then you have to do it again to like bring out the next guy.
So you can basically decide the boss. It's time for the boss fight. type of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
You
so
build
you
it
can-
up, and then the next guy will come out, and
Yeah.
then you'll find him, and then you'll just grab
because
him.
I didn't have all the luminescent armor towards the end, so instead of fighting Scaly Pete, I just started killing
They're
people.
so
like,
fucking
lower
easy
them
to
out,
kill
like-
too, and it's funny because like you can just
Oh, yeah!
you don't have to even destroy their boat. You just can just like breach out, fucking grab them, and then jump into the water and like with them.
And so
then
the
they'll
ones
just die.
the ones that are like the harder ones in the game, they don't come out. So in the beginning, they're like coming out and they're on like the deck or they're on the back, and you can just jump and grab them. But like the longer the game goes, some of them will go inside and like actually be like steering it. So like it makes it a little harder.
Yeah.
But I really liked that because it's just like, oh, like yeah, you take them and you just like eat them.
Yeah, and it makes it harder and then the last two guys do the same thing that Scaly Pete doesn't for his final fight, where they have like an electric field that you have to like fight against that like constantly is damaging you as you're trying to fuck the boat. And then they'll send out like underwater divers to like shoot at you and stuff, and they'll have like fish finders so they can shoot you while you're underwater.
And like TNT, they'll throw dynamite.
Yeah, and they'll
They
throw
drop
dynamite into the water too.
Primitive depth charge
Yeah.
attacks.
Dude, it's fucking sweet. The game
It's
is really
rad.
fucking fun.
Again, like I said, it didn't have the right to be as fun as it is, and it's just great.
Very nice. All right, so next category is sound and music. What do you guys think of the voice acting?
Okay,
sound
one of my
effects?
favorite things, and I've gone back to this, I've told a few people this. One of my favorite things is grabbing someone from the top of the boat and like going into the water. So they go as they go in, and it's like, dude, like they like took the time to like put that in.
Yeah.
Like there's just the sound's great. Chris Parnell is great as always as a voice actor.
Yeah.
And he makes it fun to like listen to him like just be a dick to shark hunters. Scaly Pete, the Cajun bastard,
And his son
It's
were
great,
both
yeah.
really good, yeah.
they're both great.
And those are really the only voice actors. Other than that, it's basically just kind of like
Screaming.
Yeah, lots of screaming.
it's basically just like a bunch of cartoonish screaming, and then like over.
And they do say things on the
shark
boats and
sounds
stuff where it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
what
can
was
hear
that?
some people talking.
Oh, was that a shark?
occasionally, Yeah. And they'll say stuff that's like, "Oh, is that what I think it is?" And then it's like, "Oh."
So yeah, like honestly, like the ones that like the game focused on and gave you as the voice actors is great. So I'd give sound and music a 10 out of 10. The music was great.
Yeah.
The effects are great. The squish and the crunch as you eat someone, fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
The screams gave me life as you're just like yeah, as they're like screaming in the water. It was great.
It's sufficiently moist and crunchy at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like so. Did you
So
guys?
moist and crunchy.
It's like a baby carrot. It's just like perfect.
Oh, do you guys like remember like that meme going around that's like the video games appeal to the male fantasy, like that one where she's like playing
Yeah,
GTA.
that meme.
This game appeals to the male fantasy, my fantasy. It's so fun. Like
Dude,
just
it's so
it's just something I
good.
was thinking about. I was like, oh yeah, like I told him I wanted to do a thumbnail if it was going on the YouTube site where it's like her saying that and then it's Maneater on the bottom. And she's like, I don't like video games. They appeal to the male fantasy.
And you know what? It's even got a strong female lead.
It does. She's a girl shark, so I don't want to hear it. Oh, dude, the game's so fucking fun, dude. It's just
Oh, it's so badass. Yeah, I'm also gonna give it a 10 for the sound of music.
All right.
Graphics.
Graphics and design. What do you guys think of the way it looks? Do you like the map, like character designs, all that? What do you think?
This is kind of its weakest point. I feel like it has a specific design, and I'm not gonna hate on it for that because like it's
Kind of look like kind of like Goat Simulator ish.
I mean, it's a little better than that, but I mean, it's got like it's kind of a cartoonish design for the characters themselves. They're not trying to be like a realistic thing, but a lot of the graphics kind of look like it's a low, like a high tier P. Well, I guess not a high tier PS3, but it looks kind of low tier for what the PS4 can do.
with that as well. There is times when like there's too many things on the screen and there's a significant frame drop.
Yeah,
And it gets really choppy, which is something we shouldn't have to be dealing with in 2020.
yeah, and then it takes a little bit for like certain things to like load in. So you'll see a beach full of people, and then you have to get closer to like actually see the people, even though
Right.
you can hear them from
Yeah.
where you're at.
But like with those things aside, like yeah, that is bad. The designs I think were great. Like
Yeah.
the bioluminescent armor looks sick. The bone armor's sick. Scaly Pete looks great, especially as you like along the game as you like take pieces of him, and then you take his heart because you kill his son. Like he just looks cooler. Like he gets like a hook for a hand. And he's got like the peg leg, and then his face is all burnt up, and like his ship looks cool. And it just, I think, yeah,
fucking sweet.
you know where they put all their time and effort,
Yeah.
and it shines in that way.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, there is a problems with frame rate drop. There is problems with seeing things before or hearing things before you see them. Because, yeah, it's just, in my opinion.
So I think I'd give that like an 8. It's not. It has really unique design, which I really enjoy, but there's a lot of like visual issues.
Yeah.
I didn't quite take care of.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it as well, just because for all its shortcomings, Scaly Pete looks really good, and all the armor is badass. And really, that's what I wanted.
The shadow armor basically makes the shark look like Batman if Batman were a shark.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm about to get it.
All right. Well, the last, potentially most important category for our review: replayability. How likely are you guys to play this again? Will you go back to it? Is there any reason to go back to it?
I kind of went back to it. I went back and played a little bit more to get the final Infamy guy. Because to beat the game, I think you only need Infamy rank 6.
I have no idea. I just wanted the armor, so I just
it's
kept
pretty.
going.
Yeah, it's one of them. I can't remember. But yeah, I did all of them except for the last one. So I went back and did that and collected a few of the collectibles. So yeah, I just need to do those to get the final thing. So there's and if there's gonna be DLC, like you said they confirmed that.
Brandy said they had.
Brandy
yeah,
said
and he's been following it on like Twitter since its conception.
All right, so that'll be sweet. So yeah, there's some replay value in it just because of how fucking fun the game is. And you can go gather all the collectibles.
Right.
There's like trophy stuff.
And the collectibles are easy. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. Like, it's just going back and doing it. And I will go back and play it because I do want that shadow armor.
And
I want to
like
get the last 100 rings.
A sonar thing, and you can like upgrade it, and then the sonar will tell you exactly where things are.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to find shit if you want to look for it. So yeah, I think I'd give a replayability like a 7.
All right.
I'm going to give it an 8 for replayability.
All right. Well, final thoughts. What do you guys think the game's worth? What's a reasonable price for it?
$40 is definitely worth it.
$40 is definitely worth it, yeah. I probably would have paid full price for it after having beat it, but $40 is like a steal. And if you can get it on sale, then you're getting a great value.
Right.
Because the game is fucking so much fun.
It is.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I expected it to be kind of, one of those gimmicky games, where you're playing as a shark, so it'd be like, there'd be some aspect of it that would be fun, it'd be kind of just a chill game.
Right.
But no, it's just fucking fun throughout the entire
Yeah,
thing.
like, it never felt like a chore.
And there's a lot of comedy in there, so there's a lot to enjoy from, like, every aspect of the game.
Nice. Very nice. All right, so let's review the review categories. Story, both gave it a 9. Gameplay, both gave it a 9. Sound and music, 10s across the board. Graphics and design, 8s. Replayability, Craig gave it a 7. Zach gave it an 8. For a total of 43 out of 50 from Caleb Craig and 44 out of 50 from Zach for a combined 87 out of 100. Metacritic has it at 71.
Ooh.
Yeah, big discrepancy this time.
I don't give a shit. The game is fun.
You do
I
like the
can't
meme
help
games.
that Metacritic is basically.
It's not a meme game. It's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it looks like no one hates it.
Wait, go up.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
couple.
Somebody hates it.
I can see where they would
Wait,
like
put that. I want to read it.
be shitting on maybe the
A failure of entertainment media in every direction you play. All right,
Nice.
so for Kinstatic, your opinion fucking sucks, and you're probably a communist because this game was rad.
Probably
was
an
it.
autonomous zone.
That was a yeah.
Chaz.
He's like, I couldn't play it because I was in the autonomous zone, so I hate it.
You're just a Chaz. Yeah, that was a user review though.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck that user. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds kind of fun to me. I think it'd be.
Yeah,
little
I
thing to
mean,
mess around with.
there
I
are
kinda-
some issues that I could see some people like hating on, but it's overall it's fucking it's just a fun game.
I want to see how PETA reacts to this game. Because, like, on one hand, like, you're a shark eating other things and being a dick. But on the opposite hand, you're fighting shark hunters for being bastards and killing sharks. So, like, I want to get a PETA person to play this. See what they say.
Let's get the other side of this.
Yeah, I want to
do
see
you
what they
guys
say. Because, like, are you going to like it or are you going to hate it?
think? I don't know. Yeah.
Because, really, they should like it.
They won't stop until all animals are dead.
True.
Yeah, definitely, if you were thinking about it, I would say pull the trigger, man. especially with like the country not 100% reopening, and if you have lots of time on your hands, it's a good distraction, and it just makes you laugh and it makes you giggle, makes you smile.
Yeah,
I think that's worth it.
All right, there you go. Well, I don't know. What do you guys? Fuck, this is a fucking short ass episode.
Yeah.
I mean, how long was the game?
I beat it in 15 hours. He beat it in 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually
10 and
longer
a
than I
half.
thought it'd be.
Yeah, I mean, basically all you have to do is like complete a few short side missions and beat the apex.
Yeah.
And then move on to the next area for each thing before you can fight Scaly Pete. But yeah, it's not too long.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like an 18-hour plat if you do everything really fast.
Well, what do you guys? I don't know. What kind of DLC do you want to see?
I want to see the giant squid 100%.
I would like more Apex Predators, and I would like another round of Infamy fights, and I would like to see more mutation shark armor.
I want to see Scaly Pete's long lost brother, because like the reason he's a shark hunter is because like his dad was eaten by a mega shark, is what he keeps calling it, and then like you fight him. So I want Scaly Pete's long lost brother to be a villain, the next villain.
There you go. Maybe they can do like a God of War thing where they'll have like a spin-off that's just him and his brother.
Or the son actually survived.
Oh yeah, he's like evil.
Yeah,
because
and then
his
he comes
son
after you because his dad died.
Which again, it kind of is weird. Like it'd be a good that'd be rad because in the game, his son doesn't want to hurt the animals. His son wants to be a marine biologist. And so his dad's just a prick. He's like, "Oh, look at this card, boy here. Oh, some people are meant for fishing. Some people are soft." Yeah. And so like his whole thing is like he's just a prick to his kid. But then at the end, he's like before his son dies, like he's like, "Oh, I hope he does well in this because some people just can't do manual labor." But then it's like, yeah. But so like, yeah, it'd be cool to like a good like switch because his son's like, "Why are we doing this? Like we don't have to hurt these things." And then it's him being like, "Oh yeah, fuck sharks."
Yeah, that could be something cool. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. I guess that's it. I mean, fucking shortest episode of Nude Clan ever.
How long are we?
We're at 37 minutes.
Holy fuck!
I mean, you guys. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to really expand on.
And really, we weren't really.
I mean,
didn't really
you
have
could
any complaints. We were
probably
stuck
fill
in
up the rest of the time
we
with the.
The story is usually what we spend most time
Yeah.
on, and the story is there.
I
but
guess you could use this
shorter,
time
yeah.
to really revisit the Hog League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. That's okay.
Yeah, we really just no preamble, just jumped right into the review too.
Yeah, that's how.
Well, that's how the new
Yeah.
new format's is going.
It's weird. It's weird to do that, but it'll become normal. We'll normalize it with time.
I mean, next episode's probably going to be really long, considering what we're going to talk.
There's
about.
going to be a lot of conjecture and opinions. Yeah.
All right, well, shit. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I guess we don't really have anything else. We do have some polls out for our next set of games. So in 2 weeks, Cameron and myself. I just can't get over the fact that it's Cameron and I playing Suikoden 2. I just can't accept it. My body,
because
That's
it's
what
an
they voted.
RPG and I'm the fucking surrogate for
It's
game.
It's a JRPG. Not
Yeah.
just an RPG.
so it's usually
It's an RPG game.
It's a Japanese RPG.
Yes, I know, but an RPG is the blanket.
the JRPG is the bed.
I like RPGs. I don't play JRPGs.
You do now. Now you will.
Because the masses have voted.
Forever.
I mean, what would you call a Persona 5?
That's
That's
a
a
JRPG.
JRPG.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So it's just Japanese. It doesn't.
Well, I know that's kind of just.
Well, I mean, it's an RPG,
But there's
but
a
it's
difference
very-
where American RPGs tend to be more open world, where Japanese RPGs tend to be more railroad story type of thing.
Yeah. It depends, though. But, yeah, so the next vote is for me and Craig, I do believe.
Yeah, me and you, and then Cam and Zach.
What are the nominees for those?
For you and I, it is Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario Golf, and Fire Emblem 7 Blazing Sword.
Blazing Sword, yeah.
Yeah, and then for Cam and Zach, it's Owlboy, Stardew Valley, Undertale,
Stardew Valley.
and Rocket League.
Yeah, I'm excited to. I would love to review Rocket League. I want to get back into that game bad. I think it's a fun,
It's a fun game.
fun game. So those are the two votes that are up right now. Those polls, you can get to those polls by following us on Twitter, the show at Nude Clan Podcast. You can follow us individually if you'd like. Craig, you can find at
Obsidian Bar.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Me at B Grixis.
and me at UFF Podcast. So please, guys, consider following us there. Join our Patreon. Give us some fucking money, man. You guys are getting back to work. Everything's kind of going great. So fucking pay up, man. Pay up for this shit. You can find us.
We provided entertainment through the Rona. We deserve something.
Exactly, yeah.
We were essential workers.
Damn straight. We showed up digitally every week to bring you the best in video game content. So you can, search Nude Clan Podcast on Patreon and give us your fucking money. Thank you to new patron Marco Lazar. Thank you for your recent pledge, and same to, I think we already thanked that person, and to everybody. Thank you all for your patronage. We really appreciate it. I've been sending out stickers just kind of periodically, even if I've already sent them to people, because I think it's fun, and they're pretty easy to get a hold of. So I'll send out another round of those probably in the next little bit. And give us your forced entries and everything else. So, guys, thank you all for your support, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Enjoy the nude.
Time to get good.
Sharks are cool.
Live always in the nude.
How about a nice game of chess?